I am pretty sure you know what I'm about to talk about, and you are waiting or expecting someone to finally address this issue, because while we are busy celebrating Kaizer Chiefs winning and going to the Nedbank Cup finals, celebrating Kaizer Chiefs playing in the CAF Confederations Cup next season, there is a thought, there is this niggling feeling at the back of your head that Tumpilo is about to address. And it's not being negative, it's actually being realistic, because I know a lot of things that we talk about we don't agree on or we have different opinions, but on this specific one, I know most people will agree with me. What is that exactly? Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Okay, let's count the matches that Kaizer Chiefs have played extremely well. There is a game that we played against Orlando Pirates, we lost. The 3 games that we played against Sundowns that we lost, the 2 of them we performed extremely well, the 4-0 were just trapped. And then the game that we won against Sundowns just this past weekend. Now, the more I say that, the more your brain is like, wait a second, is he counting the matches that we played against the bigger teams? Yeah. But Sundowns is not bigger than us, but in general, they are the big team, right? So, thinking that Kaizer Chiefs are doing what Chippa United, what Richards Bay, what any other small team does when they play against us, and now we are doing that to the bigger teams, is telling me that players are now playing the occasion and not the game. They get motivated when they are playing against Sundowns. They get motivated when they are playing against Pirates. But then they don't perform against the smaller team. Why is that? Why is that? Is it because the other teams are just so prepared when they are playing against Chiefs? Or is it the fact that our players are thinking, oh, we're playing against Chippa, we're going to beat them? Because if you look at the game against Stellenbosch, we don't lose against Stellenbosch. We played against them. Remember when Cross made that mistake, was taken off. We changed from playing a 5-3-2 in the first half and we switched back into a 4-2-3-1. We ended up winning that game. We beat Stellenbosch in the first leg. We beat Stellenbosch in the semi-finals of the Nedbank Cup. The so-called big teams, or the teams that look dangerous, we're beating them. But everyone else, we're not doing it. What is it? Because people will ask me, hey Pilo, do you think Nabi's tactics have a problem? If Nabi's tactics had a problem, then we wouldn't even have a chance against Sundowns to hold them until the end of the game. Because the tactics are there, but on top of the tactics being there, then the motivation, it just adds on the tactics, and you find performances like the one that we had this previous Saturday. Players fighting for the pride. But the question is, why are you guys not prideful when you're playing against the other teams? Because you see, the thing is, the thing that I have a problem with the most, by the way, if you agree with me, you can like the video, you can subscribe to the channel. If you are playing against a smaller team, to make teams respect you, to put some respect on your name, you make sure that you beat everyone. You make sure that you dominate. You make statements. You see the way that we've been playing in the Nedbank Cup. We've been doing statement wins. We won against that other team that people expected us to play against. I think it was Free Agents. And then from Free Agents, we played Chippa United. From Chippa United, Stellenbosch. All the wins that we've had in the Nedbank Cup have been performances that show that Kaizer Chiefs is a big team. All the performances that we've had against Pirates, we've shown that we are a big team and we aspire to be better and to do better all the time, every time. But the performances that are in the league, there is too much inconsistencies. Like the game that we played against the Sundowns, the game that we just won, Ucele is playing injured. Abo Cross, very minimal mistake. Abo Msimango, they are looking like the player that we signed for the first time. You seeing everyone just doing the things the right way. And you're like, why then do we not do this every time? Because now what's going to happen is, let's make an example with Claude Lilepo. Claude Lilepo arrives at Kaizer Chiefs and he comes in and everyone is singing praises. Oh wow, Lilepo is so good, his hold-up play. 1, 2, 3 games and then Lilepo sucks. Lilepo is lazy. Lilepo must follow Saile. By the way, side note, Saile signed for SuperSport permanently, so he's not coming back. But Saile this, Saile that, now Lelepo must follow him. He sucks. But the man, when he arrived, everything he did was just perfect. Now, there could be an argument that he's been figured out, or the fact that he is getting tired because maybe he's in a new country, and when he got here, the motivation was up there. But why is the motivation now down here? Because you see him jogging now, it's slightly different. You have about Gaston Sireno coming to Kaizer Chiefs, you thought, hey, wow, Sireno is going to help Chiefs with a lot. 2 months in, after having so many good performances, 2 to 3 months in, all of a sudden Sireno is faking injuries. What is happening? Like, what is happening in that environment that is making these players say, we're here now, we're fine now, we're within. But then big game comes along, we are football players again, we play. You know, this is not me being angry. This is just me being concerned about the mentality of the players that we have. Because if I'm honest with you, right, I do not think that we are going to lose the final. I think Chiefs will win the Nedbank Cup, right, because the motivation will be there. And on top of that, the motivation of playing Pirates is always there. But the motivation now of playing Pirates for the thing that will take the monkey off our backs, the monkey of 10 years, that's going to be extra motivation. You understand? So I'm not as worried as much about the cup game, the final game, as I am thinking about the league game, because I wouldn't mind losing the league game. In fact, I would rather lose the league game so that Pirates gets a bit overconfident and they expect to win. So I would rather lose the league game and then win the cup, right? I don't care about losing the league game as long as I win the cup. Okay, so obviously if you're saying, Pelo, why do you not care about losing the league game? We still need the points. The thing is, if we win the league game, the mentality that I'm talking about with our players might say, we beat them, these words. Then a week later, we lose the final. So, and then they're like, these idiots, you know. So either the league game ends in a draw, a boring draw. I couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less. All I want is to win. And by the way, I won't even be watching that league game because a friend of mine is getting married, so I'll be at a wedding on the 3rd. So yeah, that's the thing. So I don't care what happens in that match, but I will still maintain something has to be done. And these external factors, these motivations should not be enough to drive these people. The motivations of our players doing this, Uranga doing this to the fans, even Obvuma, they were doing this after the game to the Sundowns fans. I don't like that. That's an external factor. You are playing to prove someone wrong. What about the fact that you are playing to prove yourself right? I'm good enough. What about the fact that you are playing for the badge? You are playing for Kaizer Chiefs. That comes from within. What about the fact that you want to be good because you're just a professional? What about the motivation that just comes from within, that I just want to be better for myself? Forget the fans, forget the badge, forget everything else. The fans can turn on you, the club can release you, just about you. Not even the fact that you want to get paid or you want to secure a long-term contract. No. We're talking about you as a human being. We understand? So I need that. I need that in Kaizer Chiefs players, because we cannot... The other thing, there are so many good players that we can sign, but if they have bad mentality, they will never survive at Kaizer Chiefs. And that seems to be the issue that I have right now, that we have players with ability, we have players who can get motivated, but they choose the moments when to be motivated and when not to be motivated. And that's the reason why we are holding our breath whether or not we are going to be in the top 8 or not. But now we're in the finals. Why? Because for the cup, we're motivated. Can our players have more discipline? Can our players think about themselves and why they want to be excellent? And then they can factor in the external motivations. Because really, equality abadlali be Chiefs, you saw that it's there. It might not be the best, but the quality is there. It's just the mentality. But what do you guys think? Do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals I'll pay you more.